Lion Nation, welcome to Coach's Corner. We are in new digs now, so apparently we're doing something right here.
Well done.
Thank
Well
you.
done, Jason.
Thank you. I'm impressed with what we have here. And again, here today with head football coach Victor Santa Cruz. Coach Santa Cruz, first and foremost, again, congratulations. You picked up your first Trinity League win last week, 24-14 over Orange Lutheran. You mentioned after the game that winning in the Trinity League and playing in the Trinity League reminded you of college a little bit. When you had some time to kind of reflect on last week's game, did that still hold true for you?
Yeah, I mean, it holds true just when the way your brain operates, or at least my brain operates, is that I understand just how much work goes in from January to the workouts, the early morning workouts, the spring ball, the summer workouts. There's very little time that you actually do real football. And so everything it's such an investment. So every game you play, from game 1, game 2, 3, it's just, to me, it's an all-encompassing deal. So every victory is celebrated and it's cherished, and also every loss is painful, and you do all you can to learn from it, to use it as a motivating factor to go forward. So that's just how I operate, and I want the program to operate. Is like it's a lot like college, and that you realize how much goes into one game, and it took a lot to get that one win.
Now, I know that you will take a victory, especially in the Trinity League, any way you can get it.
Yes.
Anytime you have that advantage on the scoreboard after the fourth quarter, that's what you want. But your victory last week had elements in every phase of the game. You had special teams contribution, you had a defensive touchdown, and obviously on offense. Mm-hmm. Is that the way that you want a J. Sarah football team to perform under Coach Santa Cruz?
Well, it's my experience and my understanding that that's just how winning championship football works. You look at the archives of football, there aren't a lot of just pure air raid offenses that win championships. You aren't a lot of just great defenses that can win the championship. Yes, defense wins championships, but you got to be able to score points. And then when special teams aren't on point, you're giving yourself exposing to defects that will really harm you with field position. So the way I look at it all, and it's why I appreciate that mantra of this is the SEC of high school football, because it's exactly, I think, the style it has to win here, to win the league, and for our blueprint is we want to be complementary in all three phases.
You talked about winning the league, and you talked about competing at a high level, and obviously the challenge this week is a big one. Mater Dei. We've all heard of them. We know what they're capable of. They are, in a lot of people's eyes, a top team in the United States. So you get a chance to measure yourself against them. When you've gone over film and kind of looked at the game plan, what is it that you guys have to do? Just bar none, you have to do in order to be successful?
Well, they are as advertised. You see on the film, collectively across the board, they have the 5-star ratings, the highly recruited roster. So you look at those guys where they're highly talented athletes, and so for us, you got to stick with our blueprint. It's how we play, not who we play. And so coming to make sure as we plan for victory, you got to look at it as, hey, are we our best version of ourselves this week? And I think that collectively goes with everyone, any football game you're into, but especially for us, and our mantra is going to be just, hey, we got to be our best this week of what we have. Obviously, you're going to have an opponent you get to match up with, and we're excited to play these type of games. Why you want to come here to play these type of games. So, but it comes back to us and how we do things.
I was going to say, with great challenges, there's a great opportunity.
Sure.
And I think, as we look at this matchup, what do you feel that the team is saying? What are they telling themselves? I mean, obviously they hear the noise, Mater Dei is this, Mater Dei that, but they want to go out there and they want to perform and produce. What are they kind of telling themselves to get ready for this challenge?
Well, I think the whole week has just been, this is our next Trinity League game. And, the goal is to win the Trinity League. And so you can't just pick who you want to play against. You got to play all the teams in the Trinity League to win it. And I think that's why a Trinity League championship is well deserved by whoever gets it. Whoever gets crowned the Trinity League champion, you have to respect that. It's not like a lot of other different leagues out here around the area where there's just such a disparity of competition. In the Trinity League, not only they're a collective, such a collection of competition and talent, but you also have coaches in there that are extremely professional, working really hard to do it. So our whole thing this week, just this is our next game. And to play the next game, you got to look at what's the next opponent, what do they do, how do they do it, what do we do well, how do we make it better. So I don't, I don't get into that stuff. I'm just pure like, let's play the game. Let's be great with X's and O's, the rah-rah and stuff. I think I love that the fans get to do that. I think that's why everybody loves the game of football. And a game like this affords probably more opportunity for that. But bottom line, once you're in the arena and that first snap's gone off, the rah-rah is over, and now it's time to play the game.
Well, it is time to play the game again. Jay Serra takes the field Friday against Mater Dei, 7 o'clock, Santa Ana Stadium. Coach Victor Santa Cruz, thank you so much for joining us here in Coach's Corner.
Thank you, Jason.